Hi, my name is Malard, and I apologize for missing the first meeting of the Wealth Academy. I must say, I love Brian's programs because they force me to think about things I'd rather not think about. And the Wealth Academy is no exception to that. So, as an introduction video, I'll say this. I'm a working mathematician. I do modeling, I do statistics, did a lot of programming, complex programming, the equivalent of fairly large, fairly complex neural networks, but we call them otherwise. In terms of personality, in 2011, my wife walked out with 80% of the retirement money and the two kids whom I have not seen since 2011. I had a choice between rebuilding that 80% or rebuilding my mind, and I choose to rebuild my mind. So in that sense, I'm 100% with Mr. Cardone that the best wealth we have is actually in ourselves. I have this personality. I used to joke that you can put me in confinement and I will not come out of it more crazy than when I came in. It's an unpleasant personality, not fully unrelated to my divorce. Um, but I do things because I love people, not because I'm forced to. And so that's a constant struggle, especially in those accelerators. Brian will know that. Um, so here's one of the things you wanted to ask us to talk about. Investment. Because the way I invested my 20%, I totally understand that whatever investment I make, I can totally lose. And I actually will lose one day because I will not be there to hold it. So we're on a fair ground on this one. Biggest source of resistance, I could go out on that for an hour. Uh, Basically, it boils down to myself. And ownership. You mentioned ownership is important. Um, how do I go to take extreme ownership? I'll come back to that on another video. I think there's three ownership from what I understand of the introductory videos. One is ownership of actions, ownership of words, and ownership of assets. Uh, well, if you're sincere with yourself, you realize that you don't have a choice. There was one of my employers had this policy that when something went wrong, the first step was always to figure out what the problem was, then stop the problem from spreading, then resolving the problem, and fourth step, to learn lessons so that the problem does not occur again. And it's only at that last stage that you start putting blame on people if you need to. Most of the time, when there's a problem, it's because people point fingers and refuse to solve the problem because it's not on their plate. If everybody works to solve a problem, by the time it's finished, everybody has learned something, everybody is ready to move. So it's very unlikely, very infrequent that actually you need to terminate someone, but most people think of that first. What else? Ancestral wealth? No, this is the next video. How will you master your relationship with money? I'm not quite sure because that's actually why I'm here. But I definitely plan to get some positive feedback, constructive feedback, I should say, and I'm very optimistic. I think it's going to work well. So that's that from my introduction video. Thank you. Bye.